Roche, the complicated author. Now we're on episode 13, The Hearts of the Broken Children. On this episode, I will be reading a part of my diary on the summer of 1992 on what occurred to me. Hi, my name is Stephane Roche. I am now 4 going on 5 years old in September 1992. I just came from Canada for my last procedure, not too long ago on my foot. I don't like it here that much. I feel alone. I feel out of place. I miss my grandma Tete. I don't want to make any friends here at all. They keep staring at me every time I walk. It's okay, maybe they don't understand what I went through. Maybe I'm the only one in the world with this condition. Oh, here comes a teacher who is here to support me. Oh, here comes another teacher. So there's 2 teachers. This must be fun. How nice. But wait, why am I being isolated into a different room? Strange, odd. Why am I getting yelled at? Why am I not able to go to the restroom when everyone is going? I haven't used the restroom yet. I've been holding it all day. Oh great, I went on myself. That hurts. Why are you doing this to me, teacher? What did I do to deserve this? All I do is go up to you and smile every day and act like nothing's wrong. Why are you hitting me during the kids' sing-along? Then, when every time you come back, you act like nothing's wrong. The last day, I had to come in and look at you and tell you that this is going to stop. Every move you attempt, I will make sure I look at you and tell you to stop. I looked at you with anger and tears in my eyes and tell you to stop, or I will make you stop. You walked away with fear in your eyes finally. Then tried to give me a tissue so I can wipe the tears from my eyes. Why do you think I pushed it away? I let the tears dry out all my eyes. Thank you for making me aggressive. Thank you for making me angry. Thank you for making me not have trust in anyone at all. Always kept my cool when refusing to fall. This is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. Now we'll go over my diary at 30 years old during therapy. Doctor, I need you mentally. I am not happy at all. It has been a rough 26 years for me. I'm always angry at the world, especially when I don't get my way, constantly. I feel neglected. I feel out of place. I feel hopeless. I feel like I was made to be the unlucky one. Stephane, I advise you to tell your parents about this past trauma that occurred to you in 1992. Doc, I can't do that. They won't believe me, or they might be upset at me. Stephane, I'm sure they will understand and console you. Doc, are you sure? Because all I want for them is to trust me and understand why I didn't speak up until now. It was fear. I was not healed yet, still holding on to the same thing that feels impossible to let go. Hey Doc, I spoke to my parents about my trauma and what happened. They didn't take it well, but they understood and they consoled me. They wish I would have spoke up sooner, but again, I was afraid. They were in complete disbelief. Then they realized everything, such as my parents and behaviors and aggressions and paranoia and abandonment issues and never feeling good enough. They understand where all of these aggressiveness and things like that came from. They both didn't take it easy at all, but they were here for me, which I greatly appreciate. But my mom told me never to give up on myself, and I got this far. And I'm always grateful for that. My dad told me, don't give up on myself. I got this far, and I'm grateful for that. I overcame a lot in life as well, and they both told me to always keep my head up. Thank you, parents, for understanding of what happened to me in the summer of 1992. We are here, episode 13, for the lecture part of Writing My Soul Away. The first part was the diary part, which doesn't really occur in any of the episodes, but this episode, it's a special episode, it's dedicated to the hearts of the broken children. So we're gonna go over the first part, the inspirational and motivational aspect of the hearts of the broken children. What inspired me to write this poem and come out and speak about it 26 years later? Growing up, I listened to a lot of hip hop and R&B in the 90s, but there was one specific group that I really admire to this day. It's called Bone Thugs and Harmony, and there's a specific member that I grew close to through his music, is Bizzy Bone. I relate to this member due to the fact that he had an abusive situation that was broadcast in America's Most Wanted. If you go on YouTube, you can check it out. He'll tell you his story. It happened in the early 80s. But I just want to say that he really inspired me, and his music gave me, and that documentary gave me the strength to want to talk about my abuse in 1992, to want to make awareness of my abuse in the summer of 1992. I didn't deserve it. It was out of my control. I was just 4 years old, going into 4.5. I do want to thank Bizzy Bone for inspiring me to become a stronger human being, to be able to share my story with the universe through your music. Thank you. The motivational aspect, what motivated me and what gives me the drive to want to share my story of my child abuse in 1992 is that in 2017, after my therapy session, or during my therapy session that year, I was working as a caseworker with individuals that deal with trauma issues. So it was a conjunction through Child Protective Services. Just reading their backstory and seeing what they went through really shook it out of me to want to open up and want to talk about what occurred and happened to me. So, however, there's a lot of stories as far as abuse and institution and schools that occur with these individuals that I could really, really relate to. I still stand till this day, want to fight and make awareness of the child abuse and emphasize it that it's wrong. These children are innocent, they don't deserve that treatment. So even despite that I'm not in that field, I'm still a caseworker, despite that I'm not in that specific field for individuals, but I still feel for them. I still want to be their advocate through writing my soul away in complicated dreams. I want to make awareness that speak up. It's okay. It's not your fault. Thank you. Hi, now we are on to the most deep, epic, emphasized part of Writing My Soul Away. The psychological and philosophical effect of hearts of the broken children. The psychological effect of the hearts of the broken children is that a struggle for abandonment and not feeling good enough for anything in life. that caused a lot of abandonment. Psychologically, it put my self-esteem at a very all-time low. It really, I didn't really have high expectations for myself until this day. A little bit, it's a work in progress. It affected me a lot. So this can mentally take a toll on someone with these type of issues. They're dealing with trauma, PTSD, of trauma of abuse that that can also lead to depression, wanting to fit in and be somebody that you're not. So throughout my teenage years, I was still struggling to find who I am and what I want to do and what my purpose in life is. Because a lot of individuals will go through life having a certain level of confidence because they had a decent and positive upbringing that nothing occurred with them. So a lot of those individuals end up with a lot of confidence and have mentally have better mental resources for themselves to be able to progress. With me, no excuses, not to say that it's hard, but it takes a toll mentally. Because some days I'm upbeat, I want to do this, I want to accomplish this, and some days it's like, oh, I'm not good enough. Why did this happen to me? And I'm depressed. I don't trust anybody. Nobody loves me. Nobody's here for me. And these things take a major effect, especially on a child. So as they get older, all of these traumatic and erratic behaviors begin to arise as they get older. And Lord knows what happens in the adult life as well. So psychologically, to the children and carrying a broken heart for 26 years, which is myself, which speaking his truth psychologically affect a child in a way that doesn't know how to love properly. As a child gets older, they learn the aspects of just loving people, family, a significant other, loving your friends properly. It's just all love. It's just based off just what I encountered. It's like, okay, if you don't attack me or do certain things to me, or I still don't trust you. I'm still weary of people and weary of my surroundings. It can also lead the child to thinking his own family as well is his own enemy, are his enemies. It's it could have the individual think that his family don't love him, or he's singled out, or he's not good enough, or why does this person has more privilege than me? He emphasized certain little things that occur in a family. Maybe that person have more talent in this field than you have more talent in this field, but at times I didn't look at it that way. Not to say I was a jealous individual, but it just made me wonder, oh, am I good enough? Am I loved? Am I, do people care for me, or do they support me? Things into that nature. It takes a major, major, major toll on a child, especially dealing with these type of traumatic events. So the psychological effect of Hearts of the Broken Children leads to how a child views the world. How a child views the world. A child like myself, dealing with this type of traumatic events, view the world in a 50-50 sense. As the world is good, but the world is evil. Maybe the world is good because the evil people do certain things. Things like that. The broken child, from the tone of the poem, has a view of giving up on faith as well. And a couple of times in my life, I felt like I just wanted to give up on faith, especially to the Most High. Not to say I ever was an atheist, but it just gave me, it kind of got me close to wanting to give up and not believing in anything. It's I asked God, it's why did this happen to me? What was the purpose of this occurring to me in my life? Why me? Why was I chosen to be in this predicament? But again, they say everything happens for a reason. Now I understand the purpose, that I had to go through this to be able to make better awareness to the universe on what's going on. Sometimes God takes us in different scenarios and have us sacrifice. Then through abuse or trauma or crime or any sort of abuse or anything, or people go through certain life struggles, he uses as an example. But it's our job to take that example and to turn into something positive and to make awareness. Hey, I was a victim of being out on the streets and not having anything, but I came up out of it. If I can do it, you can do it as well. So it causes, giving up on faith, not caring not caring about parental guidance from his family. The broken child wants to base life on trust. I was basing life on who can I trust? Like a person, of such a young age, I go into regular, elementary school. Who can I trust? Are they going to do the same? Are they going to put me in this predicament? Are they going to abuse me like these people abuse me in the daycare? So it puts me in that predicament of like, I'm very wary, very, self-reliant, very antisocial. It causes these type of effects. People don't realize they're not mindful when they do these things. Okay, so the broken child, strikes off as the me against the world mentality. Me versus the world. So when that issue occurred, it was just me, myself, and I. Not that I didn't care about anybody. I always love people around me, but at the same token, it's like, do I really, really put my wholehearted trust and faith into people, or people lie and people deceive, and put me in that state of mind. So the broken child wants to be independent in every aspect of life without anyone's help. I remember a point in time in my life that I didn't want help from nobody. I wanted to do it all alone. I wanted to just be a one-man army. I'm like, I got this. Even till this day, like, and these projects and these things that I'm like, oh, it's me. It's created by me, illustrated by me, me. Nobody else. And it's like, now I'm starting to like understand and be more socialized and build trust and open up and open my heart more. Also, the broken child, wants to accomplish, things on his own so he could look back and say, I did that. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Wow, look what I accomplished. Look what I did. Because of where I came from, it made me into a strong person and be self-reliant. It's like throwing me into a jungle. Here, Stephane, you have to survive. That's what life taught me. And here I am. I survived. And also to avoid mental abuse and control and people throwing things in your face. I do a lot of things myself to avoid those type of conflicts from people. And that's what causes my trust issues with wanting to collaborate with a lot of people and working with people and getting help as well in every aspect of the way. At the end of the day, psychologically, I'm in a better state of mind. Philosophically, I view the world better now, by the grace of God. Thank you for everyone that has been in my life and provided the best support they can. I'm greatly appreciated of those love and support that's given by everyone. And I will continue to persevere and carry that positive light to my child and future children, whatever, life takes me, and live in a positive life through them. Now it's not really my turn to live those childhood memories. My childhood memories are done. It's my child to have those positive child memories and make sure to protect her in every aspect of the way. Thank you. Hi, we are in the outro of episode 13, Hearts of the Broken Children. This is a message to the abuse victims, the hearts of the broken children, and to the parents that have individuals that were abused. To the broken children out there, remember, always believe in yourself first and foremost. No matter what happens, don't let your trauma be your downfall. Always remember to speak up, always, to someone if something's going on. If you see something, if you feel something, or you're not comfortable around someone, speak up. Remove yourself from the situation. Always remove yourself from the situation in every aspect of the way. Don't ever let someone take advantage of your mind, body, and soul. That is very important because your mind, body, and soul is the most pivotal thing that you can have in human nature. To the parents of the broken children, always remember to keep an eye out for your child when picking them up from school, daycare, anything. Do a body check. Talk to them. Always take time. You're on the phone, put that phone down. Put the phone down. Talk to them, speak to them, ask them how's school. When they say a certain friend or a certain staff, ask more information to make aware and keep a mental note that, okay, such and such is teaching this, such and such yelled at me, or such and such is hitting me. Always keep your eyes open. It is important because you never know what goes on for those 5 or 6 hours on how long you leave your child in a daycare or a school. Make sure also you make yourself approachable at all times. Make yourself approachable. Don't bring anger, don't bring frustration. So whatever you're going through personally, that child does not deserve it. They want your undivided attention. Even myself, I'm a work in progress. I know at times we can get frustrated, but it is important. It is very, very important to give your child that undivided attention. Your children, your child, it doesn't matter. That undivided attention, and to know, to be very involved into their lives. Thank you. This is Stephane Roche, the Complicated Author. Always like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. Writing My Soul Away. We're almost done with the season. Next episode is the season finale. It will be filmed sometime in September, and it's going to be in another location. As some of you know, it will be done in Montreal. And I'm not going to say the title of it, but it's a dead giveaway, and you know who it's dedicated to. But in the meanwhile, go to BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon and purchase my book, Dreams Are Poetic. It's still on sale for $5. Then the first quarter of next year, the second book will be out, and we'll start marching into second season of Writing My Soul Away. But thank you so much through this journey of the first season. We're like 13 episodes down, like deep, and 1 down to go for the season finale. I am so grateful and happy that we made it this far. Continue to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. A website will be occurring sometime in August. More merchandise will be available. T-shirts for this and the company logo, Complicated Dreams. A lot of things are going to occur. So thank you. Tune in next month, in 2 months, because August is I'm taking a break for once. September will be the season finale, and that'll be it. Thank you. Be blessed.